Happy Sunday, everyone. Today is the day that I'm going to cut the slicer on our burgers. I went to the store and I got a mix of, I think it's bison and chuck meat. And then I had the choice to choose between 100 organic grass-fed. And I said, what's the difference? Because they both were like $8.99 a pound. The gentleman said, the chuck and the brisket is what they make their in-house patties with. Has a little bit more fat, but it's real juicy. And of course, we all know that they put coloring in meat, so it looked good. But yeah, that's what I'm making our burgers out of today. I have some homemade bread and butter pickles. I called my mom, make sure. I'm like, do we still have some bread and butter pickles that I can? She says she did see some up there. I got some brochure buns. I have my lettuce already picked. I have some red potatoes over there, which I'm going to clean and then cut up for homemade fries. And I have onions, but they're really little, so I picked up one organic big red onion for us to eat, and cheese, and then I'll put everything on a plate and allow my mother to put her burger together the way she wants. So when I was walking by her office, because right now it's her Kingdom Hall meeting, I'm watching it on Zoom, she's like, I want a little pink in the middle, and I want to make sure my patty fits the bun. And luckily they're in the container, and I'm looking at her like, yeah, I know, you taught me well. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to show little snippets of what I'm doing in between, and then of course I'll show you the end product. So let me go ahead and get started. Hello. Turn that off. I am at my utility sink in my laundry room because I'm going to clean my red potatoes. I use a vegetable brush and I clean them in warm water, which probably most people do, but I clean them off real good, especially now because I'm going to cut the fries with the skins on it. So I just want to make sure, if I was going to peel the potatoes and then fry them before, I'll probably just, you know, wash them real good, then peel them. But since we're going to be eating the fries with the skins on it, I want to make sure these skins are super clean. So let me get started on it, you guys. Okay, I am back. Let me show you the water. So the water is a little bit dirty. It's not too bad. Not too bad. I put a little salt in the water. Use my vegetable scrubber. The potatoes weren't that bad, weren't that dirty, but I still wanted to make sure I scrubbed them anyway. And To me, they look the same, but it did get a little bit of dirt out, as you can see. Okay, let's go and get to cutting the potatoes. Okay, so I have my onions cut up. Not that much because we don't eat that many onions on our burgers. And the potatoes. Now it's time to cut up the big kahuna. This is why I'm making burgers today. She's very pretty. This is a mortgage lifter that I grew in my garden. And she is what you would call a slicer. So I had been waiting to cut her up on these burgers today. So let's get to it. To taste this tomato. She is so juicy. Put a little bit of salt on her, just a little bit. Homegrown tomatoes taste like no other. It's one of the reasons why I stick with gardening, because every time I grow something in a garden, it tastes fresh and completely different from what you will buy from the store. So let me give her a try. Let's put some more salt on that. Oh my goodness. Just, wow. Wow, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay. I'm gonna put a little salt on a piece and give it to my mom and see what she says. Let's go record her reaction. Here we go. Hey Mom, I'm recording. I cut up our tomato. I put a little salt on her. She's real juicy. Let me know what you think. Good. Okay, if she says it's good, it's good. I mean, what else can you say? It's homegrown, it's fresh, it's good. Okay, let's get back to making these burgers, you guys. Okay, so this is chuck and brisket ground beef. It's supposed to be a little bit more fattier than your 100% grass-fed It's still good. It's just the brisket's mixed in here, so it has a little bit more fat. So what I'm going to do is use some old school seasoning salt, some garlic and pepper seasoning, and also some onion powder. Mix it and make the burgers. So let me go ahead and get started. those are my patties. Of course, we're only having one patty per person, so I'm going to use the bigger patties on the bottom. You saw me move away from the video for a minute because I went and washed my hands. Got that meat off my hands. Okay, so now I'm going to not cook all of these potatoes, but a good amount of them, and then start on my meat. Okay, so I'm heating up the oil over here, and I put a little dabble of oil in this pan for the meat. You may have noticed when I was making the patties that I didn't add eggs to them. Some people add eggs to them. The reason being is because I only have like 3 or 4 eggs over there. The chickens haven't been laying a lot, and I don't want to go out and buy eggs. That's the purpose of me having chickens. And probably had like 6. I had 2 this morning. I probably had 8. I had 2, and I think my mother had 2, so we might have 3 or 4 eggs left. So generally speaking, you sometimes, most of the time, do not have to add oil to your pan, but I'm looking at these skillets and they may need to be re-seasoned. That's when you oil them down. So I just went ahead and put a little oil in the pan. So I'm letting the pans heat up, letting the oil heat up. In fact, I'm gonna bring my fries over here. And then I will restart the video once I start cooking. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and put these 2 patties up and just deal with the ones I'm cooking with while everything's getting ready, and I'll be back with you guys. Took those 2 extra patties, got me some parchment paper, put one patty on top of the parchment paper, folded it, put the other patty on top, and put it in the refrigerator because we'll probably cook some more later on this week. I'm going to turn the fan on my stove, and let's get to it. So I'll come back to you guys when it's all done, because I have to put the buns in here and kind of crisp up the buns and stuff. So it's taking a little time, but I'll come back to you when I'm done, of course. I gave my mom, I'm not taping you, I gave my mom a french fry. She was like, you make french fries too? And I said, yeah. They okay? The french fries okay? She said, mm-hmm. Or she'd be like, mm-mm. And you would hear it on camera. Hopefully I didn't overcook her meat or undercook it, because she said she wanted some red in her meat. I'm just making sure not to put the camera on her. Can you pull out the honey mustard too? So when I make my plate, I'll show you everything. Oh, but this is the tomatoes, the onions, and the lettuce that I already harvested yesterday. Almost forgot my homemade bread and butter pickles that I made in 2022, so I gotta go get my mom some because she already made her burger. Okay, put some honey mustard on mine. What do I want to do? I'm putting my slicer. Look how that tomato fits the bun. That's why I like slicer tomatoes. Put me some romaine lettuce, an onion, my meat. Oh, my pickles. Let me get my pickles. I'm making dishwater, so I'm trying to speak up a little bit louder. My bread and butter pickles. Oh, they smell so good. So I'm doing like 4. I like the sweet pickles compared to the dill. That's just me. Now my meat. Put this in the sink. We use Miracle Whip in this house. But I should learn, since I'm a gardener and have chickens, I should probably be making my own mayonnaise. But Miracle Whip. And my mother loved how I cooked the burger. Still just a little pink inside for her. And you guys know I like to clean as I go. My homemade french fries. I made sure I left them in there to get crispy, because my mom is very, very particular. That's why I gave her one to taste. I'm like, how does this taste? She was like, mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, I did good. Put this in the sink. And homemade cheeseburger fries. That tomato is down there. Can you see her? She's gorgeous. I made this just so I can eat her, that tomato. And that is it. That is the end of my homemade video, homemade cheeseburger video. That tomato is so good. And I got another big slicer. It was turning pink, so I can't wait for that one to turn red. I've been picking tomatoes every day, so pretty soon I'll be doing a video on making salsa and also making my homemade spaghetti sauce, where I blanched the tomatoes. First time I did it, I never blanched the tomatoes and I left the skins in. I'll be blanching the tomatoes this time and making homemade spaghetti sauce. That is it. As I always say, I'm still eating. Sorry. Please find peace within yourself, and please be peaceable with everyone around you. I love you all. Have a fantastic Sunday. And please watch Miss Linda at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is the New Orleans Gardener. She goes live on Sundays and Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Okay. Bye, everyone.
That's a good burger. Okay. Bye.